Hi everyone, welcome to the review for the Darth Vader Rogue One action figure. This is the first time I have a figure before the movie releases. It'll be more of a comparison video like the Ant-Man, except I already sold my Episode 4 Darth Vader figure, so I'll just have to tell you about it. Most noticeably, and the reason why I bought this version is because I really like the chrome looking sculpt at the end of Episode 3. I shouldn't say sculpt, the suit. So one thing I noticed is that on the Episode 4 version, this shoulder plate was silver. It's black now on the other side too. You've got much more dynamic hands. I know a lot of people were complaining about the gloves. I personally didn't notice any issue, but it's been brought to my attention by the people on the forums. The helmet is a lot shinier. They don't have those scuff marks. The black lenses still kind of look like a dark red though. I think it shows up more on the camera. Try to focus it. There you go. But yeah, the scuff marks are missing. Yeah, so now here when you look at the Tunic, you point upwards, his cape is a lot better this time around. I'm not really sure how. I think it's supposed to drape over his shoulders like that. I had changed my Episode 4 Vader to put the cape underneath because I liked showing as much shininess as I could. So I put this plate over, but I know that's not how it's supposed to look. However, I'm not sure if you're supposed to be able to see his necklace that he's got. If you can look under there, I don't know if that's supposed to show or not. It's kind of hard to show or not show it, like little pieces stick out. Maybe someone in the comments can tell me if what's supposed to be right. So there's a lot of extra nonsense in this figure. The biggest difference, aside from what I already mentioned, is that there's no light up function for the saber that I know of. I just looked through the instructions and there's no way to light up the saber, but it does come with 4 batteries. These batteries are for these boxes, and you have to take them off. They're hooked onto the belt. You can see the hooks there, and I didn't want to bother with it because I'm probably never going to turn them on. The Episode 4 version didn't have that, but it did have the light up arm where you put batteries into, but it was not user friendly, and to be honest, I never even fussed with it. Just notice that this is folded under. I also never messed with the voice function. The button was in the back of the suit and it would like auto turn off. From what I heard, it just wasn't worth it to me. So I didn't turn that on. No big loss to me about that voice function and the light up arm. However, you know, most people aren't going to be buying multiple versions. So so you kind of want more bang for your buck, but for a guy who's just going to post this on his shelf and wants it to look shiny, this is the perfect one. The helmet does look better, although I couldn't tell you why. You'll have to go on the forums. I think it's just shaped better. It's just shaped better. That looks really shiny right here with the lighting. The other one may have been a little too big. This one looks better. I've just been playing the Lego Star Wars Saga. This thing keeps going crooked. Now, if you look at these buttons, they look like they're painted on. They almost look like candy. The Episode 4 version didn't look like that. They had a lot more shading. These are pretty static looking buttons. Almost too clean. On the flip side, you have a lot more wear on these boxes. This belt here looks like paper. It's not, but it's almost paper. Doesn't look sturdy at all in person, so I would say I'm a little bit disappointed with this area. However, this area makes up for it. Ideally, I suppose I would go for the body of the Episode 4, and I would take the gloves and this piece and this piece and the cape. Some people will tell you that the suit for this one is better tailored. I've read that online from some other people. I guess so. I mean, he's covered in his cape most of the time, so really what's the difference, but if that matters to you, then yeah, I would say that it's a little bit more form-fitting. I always struggle, you know, I share my shelf space with the Stormtroopers and Boba Fett, so he doesn't really have room to like hold his lightsaber on my shelf. So I think I'm going to pose him holding his belt from now on. So let's go for that pose. So what I just noticed is that I have two hands that look just like this, and they're barely different. This one's a little tighter. I think this is to hold the lightsaber, and then this one is to use to like hold his belt. Although when I look closely at Hot Toys pictures, he doesn't actually ever hold the belt. He just sort of puts his hand there. So now, because of his deeper gloves, you have a bit of an issue here with the hand pegs. So I've been using the loose hand pegs because they're so deep that if it doesn't stay in the hand, you're going to have a problem. So you have to put the peg in first and then put it in the arm. That'll save you the most headache. Let me see. It's kind of a pain because there's not enough hand pegs for all the hands, and I'm trying to find where I put an extra hand peg, because I used one of the extra ones. So there's one in there, there's one in there. There must be a third one somewhere. I don't know where it is. Oh, wait. I had another one in the box. Okay, so this must be the belt hand for that side. So let's see if I can get lucky here. Please stay in the arm. Nope, didn't get lucky. Okay. So this one has a hand peg in there, so this will go easy. And then I'm going to use the extra hand peg. And this is kind of like my last hand peg. It's really hard to get out of the arm once you put it in there. So you'll have to probably get tweezers or something, and it's kind of a pain. So I'm going to straighten out the peg here, drop it in, and then use my thumb. I mean, when you have big hands, it's kind of a problem. So there, it's in. I think it's there. Good. I feel like the belt is also a little high. But it doesn't have room to go down. Unless I make it go down. Alright, we're here, and then tuck the elbows. And the cape will be good for covering this. Let's move him back a bit. Do your job, stand. It's weird, I can't seem to get the arms to stay level and match. How does he look? It just doesn't look right. I'm trying to use the prototype photos as a reference, and this will not stay straight. Alright, what a nightmare. So I had to push his arms way back. He's definitely not holding the belt. If you look close, his hands are just hovering, but at least they seem to have gotten that pose. And then the hook for the lightsaber came off pretty easily, and I almost couldn't get it back on because it's a tiny piece. So I looked at the Hot Toys pictures. That's about as good as it gets. If you want to like have them looking upwards, then it exposes the neck hole there, the neck gap. I don't know, turning to the side maybe. Not bad. So he comes with a lot of extras that I can't really figure out because it's not explained. So this piece, I believe, is supposed to go like that. It doesn't really attach though. I'm not really sure. There's like nothing to attach it to. So I guess it's supposed to look like this. He also comes with this cover for the stand, which I'm not going to bother with because I prefer the all black look, but yeah, you could put this on. He comes with a couple backdrops. It looks like the Death Star. Another is like a Death Star background. I'm sure this will make sense after the movie. I don't really bother with these things. I keep them in a D12. So that's no good to me either. But otherwise, yeah, he's definitely the more shiny version. He's got no light up lightsaber, which works for me because I'm never going to use it. He's got light up boxes, which are a pain to work with. I don't think anyone will use that either. He's got no voice sound effects, which was a pain to use, so I don't think anyone will use that either. He's got a bunch of hands, but once you use up your 4 hand pegs, I don't know. Here, I might consider using this one. What I don't see is the force choke hand, which he's got this like the power hand. He's got that. He's got 2 of those actually. Although this one's a little more relaxed. But you know, he's got variety in his hands. He doesn't have like the mean force choke hand, but the one you're using for this pose is kind of the one I believe he chokes with when he's in the room with Tarkin in Episode 4, and it's like sort of a softer force choke. I believe it's that hand. Other than that, you know, I'm pretty happy he's going to sit on my shelf like this. I hope Hot Toys eventually goes towards the prequel trilogy, and because I'll get a young Obi-Wan, I'll get Darth Maul, I'll even get Qui-Gon just because I love that fight so much. But until then, he's the only Sith I have. So, alright, see you guys later.